It can be scary, overwhelming, and even traumatic to transition a loved one into senior care. Many clients I've worked with have said that it's one of the most difficult things they've ever had to do in their lives. Today, I'll share with you the steps involved with the transition and a few things that may make it a bit easier. Hi everyone, Rob King from Valley Senior Advisors. Today we're talking about transitioning a loved one into senior care. You may gradually start to notice that a loved one is starting to need help with things that they've been able to manage up until this point. You might also notice early signs of dementia, such as memory loss, confusion, and forgetting names of a loved one. At this point, it's a good idea to start having a conversation about how they're managing. Initiating this conversation can give them the opportunity to let you know that they need more help. It may also make the conversation that you might have to have later a bit easier because you've already started a dialogue about getting them more help. In other situations, you may be made aware of their need for help through a crisis event such as a fall or a dementia episode that demonstrates that they do need more help. Depending on the severity and the nature of the event, your loved one may be admitted to the hospital for additional care. Some people have found this as an opportune time to move a loved one into senior care. That's because it's often easier to make the case that they need additional help while they're rehabilitating from an injury rather than waiting until they settle back into their home. Whether or not you decide to move forward with senior care at this point, you still should evaluate what they're still able to do and what they need help with. One of the first evaluations you should do for a loved one is an assessment of their ADLs. If you haven't seen our video on ADLs, or activities of daily living, I recommend you go back and watch that, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. There are 6 main ADLs: ambulating, feeding, dressing, personal hygiene, continence, and toileting. The way you evaluate ADLs is you observe an individual performing the activity and determine how much help they need with each activity. It may also be a good idea to evaluate your loved one's cognitive function. There are several tests used to evaluate a person's cognitive function. These tests will help you determine whether your loved one is suffering from dementia or just general symptoms of aging. If you determine that assisted living or some level of senior care is needed, then you'll need to have a conversation with your loved one and explain what will happen next. This is often the most challenging part of the transition into senior care. When you have this talk with your loved one, it's important to focus on the positives of transitioning into a senior care community. They'll be getting the care that they need, and it'll reduce a lot of stress in their daily lives. They'll be in a community of people who are in similar situations and stages in their lives, and it's a great opportunity to meet new people and make new friends. They can bring things with them that are important to them. Assisted living communities allow residents to decorate their spaces to make them feel at home. Also, friends and family will be able to visit, just as if they lived on their own. This conversation is likely to be very difficult and may upset your loved one. It's important to let them know that you're doing this because you truly care about them and you want to do what's in their best interest. If they're able to get the care that they need, they'll be able to live a more full and enjoyable life. Now, at this point in time, you should consider which senior option will provide your loved one with the best level of care. If you'd like help with this or guidance at any point in the transitional process, please let me know and I would love to help. That's all for today's video. If you got value from this information, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified of when we post new videos. Valley Senior Advisors is committed to helping seniors find the best level of care, and we provide that service at zero cost. If we can help you or a loved one, please let us know and we'd be glad to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.